if there's any data that comes out that paints black women in a negative light, for example, more babies die in the care of black women than any other person on in America. We couldn't say that, right? We couldn't. I mean, that's a fact, right? So a baby is more likely to die with a black woman than with anyone else. But see,
You mean as the sole parent, right?
in care of, and like in caring for, like in the presence of, a black woman, that's what just the data shows. But see, if we said that, the first thing you did, right, let's try to establish context. We
Right.
don't we don't do that with black men. We just take a step, we just run with it. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, and it's a very disingenuous thing. Like even the associations, right? When it's I always say this, man. Hey, you don't know a black woman that could do a triple axle thing that whatever Simone Biles do. Simone Biles gets that gold. That's a representation of black women. But when Myron becomes a neurosurgeon in Oxford after leaving Florida State, why they don't represent me? Why Tory represent me when he's shooting somebody, but Chadwick don't represent me when he's being excellent?
I mean,
Is it like
or whose fault? I mean, who does that? Who's
you?
responsible for that?
I mean, that see, he was responsible for that. Is before there was a weaponized algorithm, there was just media. But the thing about it, I don't think the women of the previous generation would have let. I don't think that play could have been ran on women of the 70s, 60s, 50s, where you're gonna just praise them and ignore men like they don't exist. And the thing about like the thing about it is essentially, the dominant society got black women on board with just clout. They didn't even give them anything. They just gave them clout. Like, hey, you're fastest growing. It's like so. I think if we were united, black women could end this tomorrow because they could just simply say like, hey, we refuse to accept that y'all are just going to write about us successfully while ignoring the progress made by our men. This is the most progressive generation of black fathers